Hello and welcome to another Oblivion Plays video, where today we're flying from Manchester all the way down to Newquay in the Zibo 97. Tried this stream a little earlier, but it had a bit of a disaster where X-Plane crashed, so let's try again. Beautiful evening. Hopefully we'll fly down, enjoy the sunset, and then probably hit Newquay when it's a little bit darker. Let's jump into the cockpit and we'll get going. Sorry, that was a bit loud with the GPU. So, battery on, external power on, IRS to nav, fuel pumps on, passenger signs on, emergency lights armed, window heat on, and position light to steady. To auto, APU pack on, engine pack off. Let's get the altitude again, elevation, sorry, which is 390 at Newquay, so we'll go 350 and then 290. That's for the pressurization. Head down to the FMC. Navigraph data is fine. Pause in it. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Golf Charlie Charlie to Echo Golf Hotel Quebec, which is Newquay. I think this is like our first route on the airline, so it'll be 001. 23 left. So our takeoff runway verified with Flight Radar 24, and go to perf init and input our weights of fuel. So payload today will be slightly out of sync with the Zibo Mod. I think I worked it out would be about 19.7. No, 19.9, which is 168 passengers, 61.3 tons of zero fuel weight. Fuel today is 4.0. Takeoff weight is 65.3 tons, which is bang on, perfect. So zero fuel weight, 61.3. Reserves of, as usual, 1.1. Cost index of 20. Transition altitude today is 5,000. Cruise altitude today is 290. Cruise wind is 342 at 22 knots. And top of cruise temperatures minus 39. Not too bad. Usually kind of minus 55, I guess it's because we're significantly lower than we normally would be. Execute that, and then over to the route. So departure today. Runway 23 left. And it's the Cooksey 1Y. And then relatively short flight plan today. From Cooksum it's UP17. And then Knockin. And then UN862. To Riles. And then L180 to Azrax. and then that's directing to Newquay. So arrival, there's no star, but ILS 30. Activate that and execute it. Let's go to the legs page and just make sure that we're okay. That's perfect. M1 limit, so outside air temperature is 15 degrees, which is definitely the air temperature at Manchester. It's a cold day today, even if it is sunny. Take off D rate to 2, climb 2 is fine, flaps 5, take off centre of gravity is 24.1. And let's put the V speeds in. Populate the MCP with 146 for the V2 IS, and then 290 for the cruise altitude. Arm the auto throttle, arm the flight directors. And then the heading QNH 1020, no significant change expected. The weather, wind, it's really mild, just 4 knots at 300. 23 left, heading is 232. Switch back to the map display. Auto brakes to reject a takeoff. And that's pretty much our flow complete, so we'll just make sure we're not missed anything. In the meantime, we can get the passengers on board. Running through visually, don't need to click through everything, this is all looking fine. Yeah, all good. Perfect. And then before start checklist, just close the flight deck door whilst the passengers are coming on board. That's locked. CG display sets, yeah, that's MIS, yeah, perfect. So transponder will leave off until we're near the runway. Parking brake as per the ground handling, and then hydraulic pumps after we've pushed back. So we just wait for the passengers to come on board and wait for the IRSs to align. Pop on the APU and then we'll make a start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seat belt. And also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants. Thank you. Captain, all passengers are on board.
Okie dokie, so just wait for the IRS to align and then we're pretty much good to go. I don't know why it's taking so long, it said 1 minute, like 3 minutes ago. Oh, there we go, they're aligned now. Wonderful. So LNAV and VNAV armed, and let's get the APU on. And then we'll get the yaw damper on, and then we'll call the pushbacker. So APU is just coming online now. Just close the doors. I was waiting for that. So all the door lights are now no longer indicating. Just waiting for the APU to settle, and then we can put that on. There we go. Yaw damper on, and let's get the pushback truck.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Passive aggressive, isn't he? So we are, as the little red indicator shows, at Terminal 2. So what we do is we push back here, taxi down, go via Delta, 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 continue down Delta, which is kind of like a left turn, cross the runway, go via Tango, and then join runway 23 left. So let's put the anti-collision light on in preparation for engine start and pushback. Air bridge is now moving away.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Up we go.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Flight attendants.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Oops, wrong way. So backs off, and then engine, not the not the wiper, engine number 2. So wait for a 20% N2. Well, I mean that highlights the whole logic behind.
Captain, doors are set to automatic and cross-checked.
McDouglas, is it? You know, he made the MD-80s. whereas they use different switches for every single switch, so that you basically couldn't accidentally use the wrong one. Whereas in Boeing, they're all most of them are exactly the same. So basically, you know, in a dark cockpit or whatever, you can literally just tell which one you need to use just by feel alone. McDonnell Douglas, not McDouglas. Okay, so that's starting cut out, so we can start engine number 1. It's 20%. Let's go down to flaps 5. Set the trim, which was... Oh no, it's not in there, it's in here. It's the Tolis A319 that has the trim there. Anyway, it's 4.8. Let's drop that. So good engine start. Turn on the packs, turn the APU packs off. Packs to auto. Isolation switch to auto, gens on, APU off, heats on, hydraulic electrics on, and we're good to go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tows, stand by.
For taxi, gens 1 and 2 are on, probe heats are on, no need for anti-ice, pack switches are auto, isolation valve is auto, engine starts to continue, AP read off, ground equipment we're waiting on, take off flats, set 5 and indicating 5, do flight controls check. So full left, full right, full up, full down, and then rudder check, full left, full right. Wonderful. Blank.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Great, so ground equipment's cleared. Once he's out of the way, I'll put the taxi light on. Look out for that thumbs up, and then we're good to go. Excuse me. And we're good to go. So parking brake off, bit of thrust, get us going. Quite a long taxi.
Flight attendants, prepare the cabin for takeoff.
Jet cutting me up. So let him go.
Captain, the cabin is secure.
Excellent.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff.
which runway this EasyJet uses, because it seems like they're using 2-3 left to land, which isn't very realistic, because Manchester, they tend to use separate landing and takeoff runways, and at the moment they're taking off from 2-3 left and landing on 2-3 right. So we shall see. It's going in the right direction, but it's not to say it's not going to go to the end of 2-3 right. Turn here. Just the landing light, the taxi lights are actually out of sync with the lines. No, it does look like he's going the right way. Just before we cross the runway, we'll turn on the TCAS and turn on our strobe light, just for any landing aircraft, just so they're aware of our presence. And just so we're aware of any landing aircraft as well. So there's something coming in now. I'll just have a little look so we can see it. Yeah, it's visible, but it's quite a way off. So if we expedite our crossing over runway 23 right. Turn on the strobe. Well, actually, we probably can turn our loader on now. So left is clear. And right's clear as well. So that looks like it's landing on 2-3 right, which would be accurate. So once the EasyJet's gone, we can make our departure. So once we're on the runway, we'll put the landing lights on and then hit Tulga. That's a screenshot and a half. Aircraft landing on 2-3 right, and Mr. EasyJet's going, so we'll line up. So EasyJet's rotating, he's off. So once we're lined up, we can just head off. Okay. Let's go. Engine's looking good.
400.
So I'll just switch to level change and 250 just because I'm anticipating this restriction at 5,000 until we go past Cooksem.
1,000.
I'll hand fly it up and start way anyway. Beautiful evening. Manchester off to our 1 o'clock. To flaps 1. Gear to off. Landing gear selector off. Speed brake. Sorry, auto brake to off. And we'll clean up. Engine start selectors to auto. Select autopilot on. Yeah, so we've done that. Everything else is looking good. Flaps retracted. V-nub will set once we go past Cooksem. Autopilot's on, auto brakes off, landing gears off. Wonderful. So we'll wait till we cross 5,000, then we'll go to standard. Next input will be at 10,000 feet. It's the best time of day to be flying. You get the, got a bit of light, natural light still, and then the artificial lights are starting to turn on. It's when X-plane looks its best. So approaching 5,000, which is our transition altitude. So set standard, and that's cross-checked. We're otherwise pretty settled. Just enjoying the view. Bumpy stuff. Just the tail end of the cloud layer. So we've got an aircraft to our 11 o'clock, 10 nautical miles. I can just about see it. Probably won't be able to see it just because I'm in 4K, so I can just see it there. So traffic's in sight, that's not going to cause us any problems. So approaching 10,000 feet now. So what we'll do is we'll increase the speed once we've crossed it up to 280, turn off the landing lights and release the cabin crew. In fact, actually we can go up to V now because we've passed our altitude restriction. Landing lights off.
Flight attendants, you can resume your duties.
Passengers will release at 15,000 feet. It's almost there. And then we'll slowly climb up to our cruise altitude of 290. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, do hit that like button please, and if you're new to the stream, do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of when our next stream. In terms of my next stream, it's probably looking at Tuesday morning, and I'm considering doing another long haul flight, so that again, like my last long haul stream, will be broken up into 2 separate parts with the takeoff and climb, and then we'll restream the approach and landing. We'll probably continue our 767 journey from Dubai and find somewhere in Southeast Asia to fly to. Couple of aircraft to our kind of 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but they're well above us, so again they're not causing some problems. So getting up to 15,000 feet, so we'll release the passengers. So top of descent just before Azrax, and that's Newquay just there. So gone to the progress page. It's only 203 nautical miles, very short flight. Hello again, Lewis. Welcome back. Hopefully we'll have more luck this time with this stream. Don't want to jinx it though. Not long now to our top of cruise. Let's get some of these services going for our passengers.
Captain, we have started serving refreshments. Captain, we have started the in-flight entertainment.
Keep them happy. In that right turn. So we're just going down the border between England and Wales, down to about the Severn Estuary, and then we're going to go kind of southwest along the southern Welsh coast to Azrax, and then we cut across the well, I'm assuming it's the rest of the Severn Estuary down to northern Cornwall, and make our approach into Newquay. And there we are. That's top of cruise. Top of descent 1834. So we're only actually at cruise altitude for about 8 minutes, and then we'll be making our descent. So weather at Newquay, let's have a look for you. Okay, we need to be looking at it anyway, because we're getting pretty close. So QNH 1022, weather light winds, 7 knots at 290, temperatures 15 degrees, not too bad. Question about flaps, let's have a little look. We'll go flaps 30 again. Yeah, it's a really long runway, surprisingly so for such a small airport. And we'll put the RLS frequency in 110.5. And course of 302. Woo, there we go again. Bane of my life. And the old scrolly wheels, the next plane. What a beautiful evening. So that's the Severn Road Bridge down there. closed for quite a long time. I don't know if it's back open again.
Captain, we have finished serving refreshments. Captain, we have started serving food.
So not long till top of descent. Let's get our approach chart up and then we'll work out what our altitude is. So it's ILS runway 30. So put in 2,500. Just decelerating in anticipation of the top of descent. All the landing altitudes and things are set. Decision height, we'll go for 100. Auto brake 1, like I said, long runway, and actually the apron's right at the other end of the runway, so we don't really want to be slowing down too quickly. Great, so that's the descent checklist complete. Let's have a good look at that approach chart. So we're coming in from the north, and then we'll track in. Missed approach, climbs 2,500, climb straight ahead. 3 nautical miles from the India November Whiskey Quebec VOR, or 1,500 feet, turn right, and then climb to 2,500 or as directed, and down we go. Quite a relatively straightforward approach. Winds are light, beautiful weather. So I think this will be good. So there's our final approach, just coming up onto the map display now. Decel altitude is just approaching 10,000 feet. We'll put the passenger signs on at about 15,000 feet. And once the flight attendants have finished their catering round and the in-flight entertainment's finished, we'll get the cabin ready. Looking very pretty. We're not doing a flat sifting, so we can ignore that first element of the approach procedure. We'll just add a little bit of speed brake just because we're starting to accelerate. So that's 15,000, we'll put the passenger signs on. Yeah, it's Boris, it's a really long runway. Like I said, I think it used to be an aviation RAF base, so you know, they would have had a lot long runways to aid that. So we'll set the altimeter when we get a little bit lower down. And then it's our approach checklist as we establish ourselves on the ILS. So we're approaching decel point. So we'll just level off for a little bit. Might need to add a bit of speed brake just to aid us going down to 250 knots in anticipation of us crossing 10,000 feet. In fact, you can see how narrow the southwest coast of England is. You can see the other coastline over there. So that's us decelerating down to 240. I'll just aid that with a bit of speed brake. Well, again, what I might do is just take our heading off a little bit more eastbound and then intercept the ILS just so a better intercept angle, because that's quite a sharp turn otherwise. You know, if we had air traffic control, they would have vectored us, you know, on a better approach anyway. So ILS is active. Just make sure that's correct. I knew. That says INWQ. I see 110.5. Yeah. Slightly different identifier, but it's ILS Newquay, I'm assuming, is what it stands for. NWQ, and it's basically the same, isn't it? 232 302 course. So let's have a look. So heading wise, we'll go that way. We'll go on to vertical speed mode at -1,100. Decel down to like 230. And then heading select mode. We'll go flaps 1. Just help slow us down a little bit. And then when we're on that final intercept course, we'll go to flaps 5, intercept the ILS, and then once the glide slope's live, we will bring flaps down to 15, gear down, and then work down our flaps as we're moving down the glide slope. Is that nice? Just the throttles. Sound like a seal. So there's the runway in sight, behind those clouds. Just turning in towards the airport just a little bit, because otherwise we'll be going miles out of our way. What are you doing? What's throttle? So approaching the transition altitude, so I'll just remind myself again what the QNH was. I think it was 1022, yeah. Let's make sure that's up to date, which it is. Thanks Boris, light minds. There we go. I suspect this is probably kind of like Torbay area. Could be that there actually.
1,000 to go.
Almost there. Just because we are quite low, I'm just going to put the terrain radar on. not particularly hilly, Cornwall, but you never know. So we've got glide slope and localizer on display.
$2,500.
It's looking very pretty. I think we'll lose, probably by the time we're there, we'll probably have lost the light. There we go, 2,500.
Captain, the in-flight entertainment has ended.
So let's get the
Flight
cabin
attendants,
ready.
prepare the cabin for landing.
And we'll go on final intercept course now. So we go flaps 5. And arm the approach. Let's bring the bank angle up to 20. Accidentally moved that back over. It's ridiculously slow otherwise. So there's the runway. So approach roll mode activated, localizer. This will be there in a second. There we go, so localizer's alive. And captured. So once the glide slope's alive, we will put gear down flat 15.
The cabin is secure.
Flight attendants, seats for landing.
Wonderful. Great approach. So glide slope's live, so gear down, flat 15. Glide slope, so we'll work our way down to VREF, which is 147. We'll go, I think the wind was only like 4 knots, so we'll go down to like 150. That's 25. And we break through that cloud, it's great. And then that's 30. So, landing gear is down, 3 green. Engine starts to continuous. Speed brake is armed. Flat lever is set, and best approach altitude of 2,500 feet is set. So I will take control now. Take the auto throttle as well.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Approaching minimums. 100 minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Idle reverse and reverse a stow, and we'll take manual brakes. Great, love that, beautiful at this time of night. And we'll just take the speed brake down. There's your Ryanair announcement. Water brakes off, engines back to auto. Take the last exit. Thank you very much, Lewis. It was pretty buttery. We'll get the APU on. And landing lights off, runway turn-offs off. Strobe off. Toes off. And we're pretty much cleared up. Thanks very much, Boris. Much appreciated. So we'll get landed, get the passengers off, we'll do some replays, and then we'll wrap up the stream. The stand is just here, so not long to taxi. Lead on, and the APU on the buses. So we'll take this first gate. Taxi light off so we don't blind the poor ground personnel. We'll shut down engine number 1. Save a bit of fuel. Ooh, wasn't concentrating. And that'll do. Parking brake on. Shut down the other engine. And we will turn off the fasten seatbelt signs.
Flight attendants, you can resume your duties.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe for you to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted around during the flight. On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future.
Flight attendants.
Hi Matt, thanks
doors
very
to
much.
manual.
Welcome to the stream. And flying into your local airport, excellent. And stand back with the passengers.
are set to manual.
Okay, let's unload the passengers. And we'll switch over to the GPU. And open the doors. Oh yeah, just need to turn off the anti-collision light. There we go. Welcome to Newquay. So like I said, once I've got the passengers off, we'll do some replays, and then we'll wrap this up. APU shutting down. Let's see what our touchdown rate was. It's appeared. Which probably might not be able to see it until. Let's have a look. Minus 218. Not my best, not my worst. Certainly firm. Passengers almost off, 25%. And then, like I said, we'll do some replays. There we go. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed that stream. We'll wrap it up there. If you like the stream, do hit that like button please. It does really help my analytics and things if you do. And if you did enjoy it and you want to watch some more, do hit that subscribe button and the little bell, and that will notify you when I'm next streaming. But otherwise, good night, and I will see you next time.